Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to day 23 of our mindfulness challenge. And thank you for being here. Fridays on our calendar, we've talked about ways that we can connect to the people around us in simple ways or ways that don't take a lot of time. So today, the activity that I want you to try to take part in is something that you probably do from time to time, but I want you to do it in a more mindful way and in a more thoughtful way. And that is to do some people watching. So I'm sure we've all had the experience of sitting somewhere, whether it's on a park bench or on a city street somewhere, and just watching people go by. And there's a lot of things that can happen when we do people watching, but what I want you to focus on today is kind of a non-judgmental um, thought about people walking by and really thinking about what is it that you think you may have in common with the people that you're watching. Now, obviously, if you're watching random people go by, you're not going to know the intricacies of their lives or who they are or their interests or what makes them tick or their value system. However, I think there's value in the practice of bringing up in your mind what are the things that you may have in common with someone. And we know that in general, humans do have a lot in common. Unfortunately, we tend to focus a lot of our attention, especially recently, on the things that we don't have in common, or the values that we don't have in common, or things that we don't like about another person. But think back to, I think it was last week when we did the loving kindness meditation and the idea of meditating on the concept that you want all living beings to be well, to be happy, to be peaceful. And that was with no strings attached. We want that for people. We want there to be less suffering. Um, and so this is kind of the same activity, but bringing it front and center. So you're not meditating, you're actually looking at other people. Of course, do this in a location where it doesn't seem strange that you're looking at other people, but wherever you are, even if you're at work, if you're out for dinner later, just take a minute to really look at the people around you. You don't know their stories. You don't know what life experiences they've had or what trauma they've experienced in their lives that have led them to be the people that they are today. And equally, those people don't know that story about you, but we still often communicate with others or interact with others in a way where we don't keep those things in mind, where we don't remember that maybe a person that said something rude to us is experiencing something very painful or has had a traumatic experience that has impacted them in such a way. So it's just an exercise in being more mindful about that. So look at the people around you. Look at what they're doing. Look at how they're doing it. Look at how they interact with each other and see if you recognize anything that you also recognize in yourself. So it's just a way of kind of practicing softening your heart a little bit in a way that's a little less threatening than actually maybe interacting with a person that you think you don't have a lot in common with because it's more happening in your head. So do some people watching. Let me know what you think. Do you do this on a regular basis? I do. I love people watching. I think it's fascinating. And I just love to look at the variety of people that exist in the world. I love looking at their faces, seeing how they interact, and thinking about what their personal stories may or may not be, because there's a lot of amazing people. I hope you enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow for day 24. Have a good one, guys.